This is very exciting what we're going to be able to show you. But in the last week, I have taken mung beans, you're probably familiar with the little small green beans, and then I sprouted it. So what's important about sprouting seeds and nuts? So seeds and nuts by themselves will stay in that condition, but as soon as you add water to it, where you put it in the ground and add some water, then they start to bud. And the reason they bud is that the water will allow the seeds to release their inhibitors. So there's enzymes, and enzymes are things that create life force. And we have in seeds and nuts enzyme inhibitors. So another reason why you should not eat too many raw seeds and nuts, because it's actually a little bit harder on your digestion. But by sprouting your seeds and nuts, you're releasing the life force. So it starts to bud, and we know that. When the seed starts to bud, the next thing it grows into this plant. So here we have mung beans that are being soaked in different waters. Of course, we always use our tap water, our famous Vancouver tap water. It's supposed to be one of the best waters in the world. Yet we got chlorine, obviously, to treat any bacteria possibilities. And then I've taken the Kangen water, and then I've taken some silver water because I produce my own colloidal silver water. And then I started to also experiment. Instead of just using distilled water to produce the silver water, I took the Ellis water and made the silver water, which I found to be energetically way beyond the regular silver water that I was making. And then so we soaked it in mung beans and sprouted them in tap water, in Kangen water, my regular silver water, my Ellis silver water, and then the Ellis water. So here we have in these jars mung beans that you'd find if you go Chinese restaurants and so on. They typically have that in there. And the next thing that we did is took that and put them into the microwave, right? So microwaves function by millimeter waveforms. And so we know if we put things into the microwave, it might kind of come out hot and cooked and everything else, but it actually destroys at a cellular level. And I've done this before. We've taken the water, put it in the microwave, and any water so far that I've put and microwaved has turned negative energy, like there is no energy left in it. So as we have sprouted these different seeds, in tap, in Kangen silver, silver, and Ellis water, we microwave them all. And by microwaving, you can see which one will hold any value of life still in there. And again, the principle, life gives life, so we consume living things, they boost our life force. If we're consuming things that are negative, it actually robs us of energy. So the more we can use things near our bodies that add to the life force, the better quality of life that we can have. And the most difficult thing is what? Energy is invisible. Electricity is invisible. All we see is the results of it. So with what I've been doing with my magic wands, they've been able to measure the energy force. So, and again, whatever can be measured can be managed. So we are going to bring before you in our demonstration here today how microwaving all the different forms, tap water again, Kangen water, silver water, Ellis silver water, and Ellis water, how much of life force is going to be left into these seeds as they're sprouted. Okay, so this is now living plants actually, and you can conclude for yourself that what would be the best water to use, whether you're drinking it for yourself, cooking with, but most of all, again, it's the microwave radiation that takes place, okay, that's taking the life force out. So as you go about in your life, maybe right now you're living in the mountains or wherever, some remote place, and you don't have all this negative stuff, but in time to come, you will, because as the 5G satellites take off and they're going to bombard us, we will be exposed to all this. So this is really a solution for humanity at large, anywhere in the world. Okay, our intention is to bring this before it, and hopefully John is going to be able to supply everybody with machines. So the next step then is we are going to take this to the microwave, and we're going to microwave them. And what I will do is I'm just going to microwave the batches of everything in small containers for 2 minutes. But what I will do with the Ellis seeds, sprouted seeds, I will do for an extra 2 minutes and then an extra 4 minutes. So we can, in my previous test prior to doing this video, I had it up to 8 minutes. And these mung beans were like fried, they were crispy, yet there was still life force. So I'm not recommending that that's what we're doing to ourselves. But anyways, I really feel that this is a solution to be worthwhile for you to invest. So next phase is going to be our testing with the microwave. We'll see you there. What we're going to show you through this is that by drinking the Ellis water in that particular process, again, it's the hydrogen-oxygen bonding that makes this powerful. And if we're looking for protection from all sources of radiation, the sprouts are living, and if we microwave them, we know that microwaves destroy the life force, and we're going to prove that to you. I'm putting them in little jars, and we have them all labeled as well as the big jars. Okay, so there's the Ellis, there is, okay, these two, I'm going to microwave them a little bit longer. So we're going to take one batch and we're going to microwave them up to 2 minutes. And then we're going to test each one. So after microwaving the initial batch for 2 minutes, we're going to test that. But I have these two batches of the ones in the Ellis water are going to be at 4 and 6 minutes. So we're going to super microwave these. Okay, so we're going to enter this here now, put them all together in the microwave. And I'll leave these two over here, and I'll just separate this out a little bit further. Okay, we're going to set this up, and it's got a pre-select for vegetable, and we set the timing on that. Is this tri-field meter, and we set it for radio or microwave. And standing right here, you can see how the meter is going back and forth. And that's all based on the microwave going, okay? It's needle is fluctuating. So even standing this far out, we're seeing the effects of the microwave, the millimeter waveforms. Okay, so this gives us an indication there is microwave radiation present this far out. Let's just move back a little further. So if you're standing near a microwave, we're a little bit further away here now. We're maybe about 6 feet away, and it gets pretty minimal. So moving in closer to the microwave, you can see the intensity. So standing, if you're microwaving, happen to be in a situation, the closer you're going to get, you can see the more intense that radiation force is going to be. Best thing is, don't microwave. I haven't owned one for, I don't know, 35 years plus. Got rid of it, realizing how bad it was. So, but if you decide that you still want to keep one, if you're going to microwave anything, microwave it then with the Ellis water. Okay, so this can immensely help you just on a normal daily living. Use some Ellis water, add it to whether it's your tap water, your filtered, your bottled water, Kangen water, whatever structured water you might have. So this is now finished. And set that aside, and you can see the microwave is turned off and the needle settled down too. Okay, so there is energy from the microwave even if you stand close to it. All right, so be aware. Whatever can be measured can be managed. So anyways, there you have the evidence of that. We remove all the different batches. I can smell this like cooked mung beans. Hot. Okay, so I'm going to bring these in and give, that is the, I'm going to give them an extra exposure. So now we're doing it for 4 minutes. And once again, the needle is tripping away, okay? So we know there's radiation out here. Once again, we're going to move back. Yeah, let's go all the way back and see how far that can be measured. We're now, let me see, probably about 10, 12 feet away. Where we're at. So we're standing here possibly 18 feet, 20 feet away from the microwave, and you can still see it going. So are you safe with the microwave in your home? No. Although it's minimal, I would say this, everything is accumulative. So you get the drip effect, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And then over time, it becomes very accumulative, more damage being done, okay? All right, so let's go back there, and we're going to go to phase 2, and how we're going to actually test this on an individual. We're going to measure that person's life force, and then they hold each particular jar with the ones from the different waters that we just microwaved. Time, another 2 minutes on one of them.
So we remove one of them?
Yeah. Okay, so typically what we end up doing is we're going to work the measurement of Jay. We're going to measure his life force. So therefore, he's got these 2 Q-tips. He's collecting his DNA on there. And I am going to have him put them in these tubes. As he had the saliva on it, saliva contains his DNA. And then I'm going to put them in my wands, my magic guns. You're going to stand over here, a little bit away from the microwave. And then as we're testing your energy field, I want you to slowly walk over to the microwave and stand right there. Put your hand even over top of it, right? Okay, just got to make sure that this is empty. Yeah. And then these 2 got your DNA in it. Okay. With Jay's DNA in there, we are now going to walk backwards. As it's pointing to Jay, we are in his energy field, but slowly now they start to open up. So this is the edge of his initial energy field. There'll be other waves going further from here, but this is what we can measure right now. It's got Jay's DNA, but I'm pointing it to the camera, and you can see how it says no. Point it back to Jay again. Yes. So go ahead, walk sideways. Watch what happens as you walk sideways. It follows him, so it's in tune with his frequency. Walk back, it tracks him. So now what we'll do is we'll turn the microwave on, okay, and then have you walk over. So the microwave is being turned on, and again we establish. Now watch what happens. We're actually a little bit smaller as he comes closer to it, and he's standing right by the microwave. Before it wasn't turned on, now it's turned on, and you're standing like a foot and a half away from it. Okay, it's how is it affecting the life force? It just shuts it down. Yeah. And so with this meter again, you can see the microwave is turned on, and you watch the needle bounce. Okay, so it's measuring.
This off.
Come back on as soon as it gets turned off, right? Okay, turn it back on again for a minute. As soon as you turn it on, as soon as he turns it on, boom. Do you see the microwave energy flowing? No, it's invisible. So energy generally is very invisible. Boom, microwave goes up, your energy field climbs back up again, right? So walk backwards. And here we are, okay? Relative to everything in the room, the microwave, even the fake ice cream cone. Yeah, there we are. Hey, for a minute, walk over to the picture of David Bowie. Famous David Bowie, just touch the picture. Boom. Very amazing picture of David Bowie, right? So everything is energy. So there we have it. Thank you, David. For being such a great guy. Yeah, Ziggy Stardust, exactly. So go ahead, grab the
first one?
Yeah, the first one, which is tap water. As soon as you hold it in your hand, again, the tap water one, nuked or microwaved, just shuts down. And how does that affect? So you're thinking you're eating living foods when it's being microwaved, but it's done at home or restaurants. You're not. It's actually tapping into your energy field, right? So let's do the colloidal silver water and just regular, I don't know if you would, microwave with silver water, but it's gone, okay? Life force is disappeared. So now we have this colloidal silver water made with Ellis water. And it's like just huge.
Yeah, incredible. Wow.
Okay, so here we come. Go ahead, put that down. Now take the ones that are just in straight Ellis water, okay? And you can see that it actually is a little bit bigger, okay? And like big time. The energy, like it's really pulling on my arms, okay? Like it's increasing, the intensity. Whoa, like it's really starting to rotate big time. And I am not doing it, okay? This is the energy forces. It's just like magnetic energy. You put a magnet there, North Pole, South Pole, you put two poles together, they reject, put the opposite poles, they attract. Okay, you put some filings, metal filings, you operate a magnet away from it, and it now pulls and forms a field that you can see within from the magnetic filings. I'm sure you've all done that. You do not see the magnetic energy, but you can see the results of it. This is the results of the Ellis water energy. Tremendous force, tremendous.
Another two more, remember?
Yeah, we're going to do two more. So that was, all these samples were microwaved or nuked, as I would say, 2 minutes. And you can see how it's changed, taking the life force out. But we're going to take it one step further. So we have another batch that Jay is going to hold. And it's done at 4 minutes. We'll see how much.
This one is 4 minutes. That's 6 minutes.
Right.
That's actually broke. The glass broke.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Huh, the glass shattered, okay.
4
Is
minutes.
it hot?
A little hot.
Okay, so.
Let's try the 4 minutes first.
Yeah, and then let that cool off. So this is done with 4 minutes. Again, you can see they're still pointing at him before anything was holding, the life force was gone. And it's the same.
Okay, spinning. This is the same as
And you can see, like actually it's increasing its intensity.
Okay.
Like it's really
this is
becoming more
showing-
powerful.
This is showing that the structure of water actually changes and it stays there.
Stays
even
there.
though
It's
we
locked
okay.
in.
Okay.
Again, the bonding between the hydrogen and the oxygen is locked in at 114 degrees.
Okay.
Okay, and the microwaving effect. Okay, so what we're going to do, maybe it's easier to put it on top of this lid so it's not as hot, right?
Okay. This
Now, have a look at that. You can see how the difference, that has become quite crisp. You can see it's more browning on that, okay? Let's just retest the energy field. Still has energy, still pointing at him. I'm going to send this video to John. He's going to love this. Again, guess what? We're still back in the same place, okay? So, same spot, whether it was 2 minutes, 4 minutes, at 6.5 minutes.
We push this, just pause it, and let go. Okay, yeah. So let me try this one. Stop it, let go. Because when I put my hand here,
You feel
I
it.
feel it's
Pulling.
pulling against
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So let me go. Okay, wow, okay. That's good. That clarifies.
So,
Skeptic.
now having done this with 3 different samples, 3 different time factors involved, we can see that it's holding on to the energy. Okay, you're the guinea pig.
All right.
So give me your saliva, I'm a cop. We're collecting his DNA. Okay, so DNA is through saliva in these tubes. We are now going to put them into my wands, my magic guns here. And what that allows us is to tune to his particular frequency. I pointed at him, it stays pointed at him. If I pointed at Jay now, no. Since I bring it back, it's going to focus to him. If I point it to the cameraman, no, it's not this DNA. Since I point it back at Ashton, it's back at him again. So let's have you stand over here.
Can I stand over here in the corner, Ashley? Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to point it at him. As I walk backwards, I am in his energy field. But now it starts to open up. So this is how big his initial energy field is, right here, okay? So again, anything that's in, on, near your body has energy and affects you. So when we're testing these foods, we're going to do these sprouted mung beans that have been microwaved and they've been sprouted in a different water. So which one is that one?
This is tap water.
Okay, tap water. So we know that tap water is generally itself dead because the water gets forced through pipes, etc. And boom, like I can feel this really pulling on me. I have my fingers on it. And so there is no life in the one sprouted in tap water. Like, so eating, well, after it's been nuked, but even before it will be kind of minimal, okay?
Try the Kangen water.
Yeah, Kangen water, same thing, okay? So it's alkaline, ionized water, but the microwave has taken any benefit really out of that.
And now the silver
This is
water.
silver water. So I make colloidal silver water. It has a bit of energy, as you can see, all right? So something happened to be protecting that. And
Now
then,
this is the silver water with John Ellis water.
right. So silver water made with John Ellis water. That's what I'm choosing to do now when I make the colloidal silver water. And you can see how it goes all the way over here now. And then once again, the characteristics of the Ellis water, it helps to create the vortexes that we find in the water, right? So this is really powerful energy. And so actually what that demonstrates is the energy by which the water will actually spin into the cells. It works like hydroelectricity, okay? So when it spins in, this is energizing the cells. So even though now we've had these seeds microwaved, and as we can see with the other samples, there was no life. But now we've got still a lot of life force. Okay, so let's go to the regular, straightforward,
First we'll do
pure Ellis water.
2 minutes, I think this was?
Yes.
All those 4 are 2 minutes.
So the first few samples, again, very powerful, very strong energy in that. And I actually come a little bit further, but pretty well the same spot where Jay was before. Yet your initial measurement was a little bit smaller than Jay's, okay? So, but look at this, right? Very, very powerful. So this is at 2 minutes. Tons of energy. This is really pulling on my hands too, okay? Like, boom, you can see it. I'm not doing it. This is the energy that's pulling on it. And
Verify it. Let go.
it's just like a helicopter rotor. Whoa. Okay, so let's do the 4-minute one, and then we'll do the 6.5-minute one.
4 minutes?
Okay, 4 minutes microwaving, nuking. Strong energy. You're going to use food to cook your water, and have you.
Alice water, right?
This is the Alice water. So mung beans soaked in Alice water. Same energy force as what we did with the 2 minutes. Okay, so 4 minutes, doubling the effect of the radiation. It's still as powerful. There's life force in there provided from the water. All right, so let's go to the 6.5, I guess it is, eh?
6.5 to 7.
6.5 to 7. Okay, so this is triple the radiation. All right. This is what we should call smart water. It's intelligent, and by which it, guess what? Same distance. Now, if you look at the color, what color do you see? Do you see a more browning effect? Way brown. Okay, they've been scorched. Okay? And wow! This is so powerful.